Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Today's daily checkpoint. Come up with, the question was, which of the ones that was there, the element,
Mm-hmm.
which one is best put in vertical? Okay. The instructions say, what I read, it was the checkbox, but it counted it wrong and said it was the radio buttons, and the radio buttons said nothing about being vertical. I've got a screenshot of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the question right now. You said radio boxes?
No, that's what it counted as the right answer. I put the check boxes and it said it was wrong.
Well, you know, I will say there are different thoughts on that one. I'm looking at that. Radio buttons are best in a vertical list. Now, check boxes, some people think they're better vertical and some think they're better horizontal.
Right.
So, honestly, I think since that one can go both ways, like you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious because it didn't seem right because you read what it says.
Right.
And it tells you that the check boxes are best vertically, but it doesn't say anything about the radio buttons being vertical.
Okay, well, you've got the points for it.
Thank you.
Because you're right. It depends on who you listen to on that one.
Now, and who's writing what you're reading.
Yep. Okay, so that being said, welcome to the second class of week 2. That raised your grade, by the way.
Did you get my attachment I sent you of the puzzle?
I did. I'm sorry I have not had a chance to look at it.
No, I was just curious. I didn't know if I could send it to you that way or not.
I did get it, yes.
Okay.
I just have not had a chance yet. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'll look at it tonight. I'm going to take a little break from the business plan I'm writing. Okay, so tonight's class is what we're going to be doing is we're going to be discussing the programs required for the class and what's required for week 2. Now, I did do some playing around and figured out some issues with why the button wasn't working.
Okay.
And you're going to be surprised. It's an easy, just like I said, it was an easy solution.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do here, first things first. We're going to bring up Illustrator. Now, the reason I'm bringing Illustrator is because I'm going to design a button in Illustrator, put it in Photoshop, and then take it over.
A button what?
I'm going to design the button in Illustrator.
Oh, okay.
Put it in Photoshop, do some playing with it, and then take it over, okay?
Oh.
So we're going to create a new file here.
Okay.
Let's do 4x4.
All
right.
Piece of paper.
Huh?
And since I've got a plain piece of paper in my notebook.
Okay, now I'm going to use this one here for the wedding.
Okay.
We're going to use their colors. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so we're going to just draw a flame.
Looks just like a piece of fire.
It does. And then we're going to modify it a little. Right. A little bit smaller again. This one will have to be turned just a little as well. All right, there we go. Kind of like a flame.
That's neat.
So now that we designed this, one, those borders are way too big. So we're going to shrink them down just a little. Perfect. Now I'm going to copy that. Command C, Photoshop, something brand new. File, new. Now watch this. Clipboard file. And we're going to make it a smart object. All right. Very pixelated, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, here's the options we have. Pixels comes out the same way. So no matter what, this is going to be pixelated, which is fine because I made it 2 by 2, right? And right now we're looking at it full screen. So it's going to be pixelated. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, like I said, we're going to use the wedding colors. All right. And I'm going to choose this color first. And the blue. And then the lavender. All right, now you see down here, we'll have to touch, but look what happens. So we're going to leave it as is. All right. Then we're going to, this is, wow, 2,070%, in other words.
Yeah. And you also got white where it should have been the dark lavender.
Yep. So now we're going to go back down. Notice as it's getting to the right size, you lose the pixelation. But you still see all that, okay? So this is an issue. The way to fix an issue like this is how, do you know?
Not really.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do. And now we're going to go back to here. Now we're going to go back to also here. So first one. And C. And V. Smart object. Now, if we do a smart object, notice we can't do anything. So what we'll do is we'll just rasterize the layer, and now we can. All right.
Okay.
And see how we're starting to fill that?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so there's the first one. Now the second one. Pixels, it's already pixelated for us, right?
Right.
All right, now, because it's on a different layer, this is going to work. We're going to do the same thing. Just like that.
What is that? The line that you were
Yeah, that was the outline.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
basically, I covered all the shading pixelations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's still pixelated, but it's not faded pixelation.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to go back and grab the other one. Bring it down. And this one's going to be the lavender. I think I did them backwards, but
You did.
it'll give us still the idea that I'm going
Yeah.
after. All right, there we go. So now we're going to say File, Save As, Home button,
Okay.
Save, Replays. I'm using the same files from last night, by the way. All right, now Muse. So this is just a new file, blank, okay? Nothing on it.
Right.
So all I'm doing to demonstrate this. So we're going to create new. Did I start the recording? Okay, I did. All right, so we just have our new one here. So we're going to grab that. All right, now notice File, Place, to Images. There we go. Okay, now unsupported color space. What did we do wrong?
Well, it should have been on 8 bytes and not in, it should be a PNG.
Well, actually, it needs to be on RGB,
Right.
not CMYK.
I know that.
Now I'll change that. Don't merge. All right, so now it's RGB.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to save it. Now, watch the difference. In fact, we don't want to place it. We want to place the button. All right.
Yep.
Now, you can see that's a little pixelated because of the way we did that.
Right.
Now, how could you suggest unpixelating that? Any ideas?
Right. Other than making it vector.
Well, but the problem is, well, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Illustrator.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to take this one and, okay, there's what happens when we try to fill it
Mm-hmm.
because of the way the curves are, right?
Yes.
So how do you make that so that it'll work without doing that? Do you remember in Illustrator? Well, let's go to Object, Path, Join. Now watch. Okay.
Okay.
And then this, we're going to also make the same color. Now the next one is this one. Same thing. Path, join. The blue. And blue. Now the last one. Object, path, join. lavender, and lavender. All right. Now watch. Now we're going to copy this whole thing and C and V as a smart object and S. Place the file before saving, yes. Okay, so now I'm going to lower that, bring Muse back up, file, place Photoshop button. Okay. Now, see how it's less pixelated?
Yes.
That's how you'll do that. And that's how you can bring it over. These are
Okay.
cheating ways to do it because you take a vector image, make it a rasterization, it pixelates it, but not too much, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, now we're gonna go and we're gonna make the buttons. And you'll see where I made the mistake yesterday. All right, so we have this. All right, this layer, well, we're gonna call this one normal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go back to this and we're going to do some changing. So we're going to go to the lavender. Notice we can't.
Right.
We have to rasterize it. But watch as we start to do it this way. See what happens? You start to break it up and add the pixels. Okay. So we actually have to do it in Illustrator. Now, to make this change, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually right-click, and we're going to transform, reflect, and vertical, okay? So we're going to copy that, go over, Command V. All right, now this one is, let's bring up Muse. Now we're going to go File, place Photoshop button. I haven't saved it yet.
Okay.
But now we have the composite, the normal state. Rollover state, okay? So we're going to call this one rollover. All right. And now the normal we'll call composite.
Okay.
All right. So next, now we're going to have to go back. We're going to be doing a mouse down. So we want Illustrator, transform, reflect, down. Okay. Command C, Command V. Mouse down. And then the last one we need to make is active.
Right.
All right, so now we're gonna switch this one around, transform, reflect, Command C. Whoa.
Okay.
Now Command V. And what was this one called?
That was active.
Okay. Now we're going to save it.
Okay.
Now we're going to come over here, cancel this, File, place Photoshop button. The composite. There, now we have the composite, which is normal. So you can name this normal or whatever you name these. You just have to remember, okay?
Yeah.
The rollover, mouse down, active. All right, now we're going to go File and Preview Page in Browser. Now watch.
Oh, that's neat.
They work.
Yeah, it did.
Now, here's what happened. So now I'm going to demonstrate so it doesn't work.
Okay.
So we're going to delete it. All right, now, Photoshop. Oh, I can close that. Don't need it any longer. Now, new. And we're going to use for the same thing. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to take this. Fill it with a color. And D, so T. And make them. There we go. And apply. All right, so there's my first button, right?
Uh-huh.
We're going to call this normal.
Okay.
All right, next one. Well, before we do anything, well, actually, yeah, before we do anything, we're going to do this. Bevel emboss, contour. We don't want to stroke around it. Inner shadow. Okay. Color overlay. No, not yet. Pattern overlay, yes. And we're going to take it down. There we go. Outer glow and drop shadow. All right, so there we have our first button, right? Now we're going to do Command J, and we're going to change the color. So we want the blue. All right, this is going to be rollover. So Command J, ivory. This one's going to be called click. And Command J, the last one,
Copy.
is going to be called what?
Activity.
Active.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to save this. And we're going to be the home button. All right, now we're going to come back over here. Well, first things first, before we make that adjustment, RGB. Okay, so now let's go over to here. File, place Photoshop button. Now watch, the whole thing's going to work. Right, I had to change it. Command S. There we go. Now they're working.
Okay.
You saw I did the exact same thing.
I know. Okay.
I don't know why they weren't. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. What we're going to do is, whoops, I don't need Siri. No, I don't need you, Siri.
Who do
Quiet.
you want to send it to?
No one. Quiet.
You what?
Siri was talking to me.
Oh.
I hit her button right there. Okay, so what we're going to do, here's where the problem came in. All right, all the buttons, and we're going to change, we're going to leave. Okay, so create new. Let's go 5 by 8. Or let's do 6 by 6. That'll do it. And let's go to RGB 72. All right, there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a button. Okay, so here it is, we're going to put the pattern on it. Okay, so this is normal.
Okay.
All right, now Command J. Roll over. Okay, so what we're going to do with the rollover is we're going to put a gradient on it as well.
Okay.
And actually, no, let's use the color overlay. For color overlay, we're going to use we want ivory. Okay,
Okay.
now I could go back and put the color overlay and just go over to here and grab the ivory. Next, Command J. This one's
Click.
is what?
Click.
Click. Okay, now with the click, what we're going to do is we're going to take off the color overlay and we're going to add inner shadow, inner glow, bevel, contour, outer glow, and drop shadow. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now Command J.
And that's active.
Okay, and now we're going to go to it, and I'm going to add a satin look to it. That looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to go File, Save As. The button. Save, replace. Now we're going to put it. File. Now we'll see. It should do it. Oh, what did I do? Did you see what I did wrong?
Yeah, I
Place
didn't come
photos.
across that. You're right, because you didn't come across with it as a echo.
Notice anything?
Yeah, they're all the same.
They're all the same. What happens is if you've got the same color of background and you're just changing the effects,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't pick those effects up.
Oh, really?
Yep. So let's watch. File, preview in browser. Notice there's no change. Neither in the States. See now, roll over. It's not letting us change them.
Mm-mm.
See, that's where we went wrong last night.
Okay.
So that was something I learned we couldn't do. Is you can't use those effects. So you're going to have to change it a different way. Okay? Now, did you do any playing with the buttons?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I was trying. I was going to do it in Photoshop.
Okay.
Okay, but I remember what you said about the type of fonts to be used.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on my my master and all, I have the font that is a web font.
Okay.
I cannot get it into Photoshop.
What font would that be?
It's I can't pronounce it. I have to spell it.
Okay, just a minute.
I can. Let me write it down on chat. I'll work better.
Okay.
I don't think it's supposed to have 31 on it. Okay, that's it. Even though it says it's spelled wrong.
That one is not a web chip friendly one.
Not anymore,
No.
because when I went to the type kit, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm. It said it was?
yeah,
It should be.
but that's why I used it, because it looked. It was
Well,
a nice looking font.
okay, what you'll have to do is you'll actually have to input it into your libraries to use here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So once it's in your library here, your CC library, then you can use it that way.
Okay. All right, because I did not, I didn't know how to get it from my Muse to my Photoshop to get it where I wanted it.
Did that make sense though?
Yes, it does.
Because once you add it to your font selection, instead of installing it to your computer, it installs it to the program and you just click it here.
Okay. All right, because it was baffling me. But
Okay. Did that answer the question?
yes, it did. Thank you very much.
All right. Now we're going to play with some other stuff that we have to do. So that answered all our questions about last night, where our issue was.
Right.
I apologize for that. I was not aware that it would not take those over, but the more I thought about it, it's taking it over as HTML. So to do that, it has to actually have HTML that matches that, and not, some of those don't have HTML equivalents yet.
Yes.
yet. So that's some of the issue. All right,
Okay.
so with that, now what we're going to do, we're going to build another site.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Now I want to actually build a good button. And you know what? I'm going to use this brand. I created this for a group that goes to what's called Burning Man.
That's neat.
And that was the logo they used for their camp. Now,
I said, okay.
Now, what I need to do though is break this apart first, because you notice it's a solid and it's a JPEG.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we do that?
Mm.
Now, this was designed in Illustrator, believe it or not. But let's say we don't have the Illustrator. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the sections we need. And, oops. Turn it off. We now have that.
Okay.
Okay. Now I also need the background. I mean the border.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is I select here, right click, select inverse, and it does. Now it's selected the black. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is take the black and the white. I need to actually be on this layer. There we go. Now we've got it. Right click, select inverse, Command J. And I can now turn that off. And in this one, well, we don't need that in both of those. All right, so there's my design, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. All right, so now to make a button out of this, how do we do that? What we're going to do is we're going to leave the border. And the only thing that's going to change is the background color. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So start with the lavender.
I watched you with that magic wand. I have not been able to figure that out yet.
What magic wand? This?
Oh, yeah, that.
All that does is it selects what's there. See, it selects it.
Yeah.
Now I did the shift, and I could select more than one object. Select the inverse, and now it selects everything around it.
Okay, because I watched one of the teachers do that, and how'd she do that? You know, she got this away from it, that away from it. Anyway,
Those two.
I think I've got it now.
Okay. Now, you're also going to notice I'm going to do this a little bit different. All right. Now, notice I have a different one for each. The reason, now I could come to here, Command E. It matches it to that one.
Mm-hmm.
This one here. All right. So that is the
Normal?
normal. All right. Now, this one, I choose blue. Notice nothing changes because, there we go. Turn that one off. It's not going to matter if it's behind it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do the Command E and mix those two.
Roll over.
Mouse over.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, what one did you say?
Roll over.
Ah, yeah. See, it doesn't matter which order you put them in.
Yeah.
Now, mouse over, it should be, you're right, to match what it's doing. Roll over. There we go. You're right. You are correct. It's the same thing, but let's stick with the terms that they're using.
Okay.
All right, next. Now we want, let's do the lavender, dark lavender. Okay. Click.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one,
Activity.
active.
Active.
Active is going to be the ivory. And this actually looks like a cool button.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're
going
going
to use the click.
Huh?
The click kind of blended together.
It did. I kind of like that. All right, now we want these. Home button, PSD, save, replace. Now watch, file, place Photoshop button.
You didn't put active in there.
You sure? Let's take a look.
That was supposed to be white.
It was. Why isn't it letting me change it? Okay, so we're going to delete it temporarily. File, place button. And
Oh, yeah, it's recut. There you go.
there we go. All right, now watch as we preview in browser. Now we're not going to get the active because we're on the master. All right, so does that make sense how we did that?
Yes.
That looks pretty cool as a button, honestly.
It does look good.
All right, so what we're going to do, now we're going to use that and we're going to make a website out of that.
Okay.
All right, so, but to do this, what I want to do, I want to create the background first. All right, and for the colors, I'm going to use blue here.
Isn't that kind of small for a website?
Well, yeah, we're just using this for samples.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm paying attention.
You are. I really like that. You usually do, though, so I have no problems with that.
Yeah, everybody used to tell, if I paint a picture or I'm painting something, it's going to look the way I want it to, or I will redo it. And they get tickled at me, think I'm picky, but that's me.
Now, remember our browser fill here. We're going to take this. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now there's that.
It kind of brings out that dark lavender.
It does. All right, so now file, place Photoshop button. All right, 3. Okay. Now we're going to shrink it down to a button size. All right. Now let's look at our properties on it. How do you do that?
And what was that?
How do you look at the properties on that button?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we have our state, spacing, scroll effects, styles, library, layers, graphics, glyphs, fill, effects, content, character styles, libraries, bullet styles. None of those, right?
No.
Widgets library, warning, transfer text, swatches, strokes. As you can see, there isn't one.
Right.
Here's our layers. Our assets. This is how we link.
Right, because I used that earlier when I was.
Okay, so that's what we need to do, right? That's going to be how we create our links. This is only a link for that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, just for the images. So how was it that we added those? Do you remember? All right, up here. I'll get out of the way. Remember, up here is where we will link.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to get 4 of these. Because we're going to add 4 pages for this. All right. And we're going to actually make the buttons a little bit larger.
My 4-legged daughter was knocking at the door.
All right, there we go. That's starting to look pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there is our website. The only thing missing is a name, right?
Right.
So we're going to call it Bar L Bar L double horseshoe. Don't know if you know how they label brands and name them. That's kind of how they do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if it was turned upside down where the L, it would flipped, it would look more like it too.
Mm-hmm. But they actually do it this way too, just to make it harder to steal.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I don't know a lot about it, but I know a little. Right, now we got to get the colors.
I think you know more than I do.
All right, and there we go. And you know what? That's way too bright for that, isn't it?
Why don't you use that purple? That not that, the other. Yeah, dark lavender.
That'll work. Nope.
Nope.
But what I might do is take that to that. This to that. This to that. There we go. That looks good.
Yeah, that looks better.
Actually, I like that. All right, now, and I could possibly, let's try the blue. Nope.
Too hard to read.
All right. Huh?
It'd be too hard to read.
All right, there we go. So now, there we go. So now we have our master designed,
Okay.
our home. So we want the 4 pages, home, about,
Gallery.
gallery, and contact. Now in the gallery, I'm going to do something different this time instead of this. We're going to put everything up here at once.
Okay.
All right, so the home. Well, the home we're going to go ahead and put you know, we're just going to grab a graphic and throw it in there. Way too big, so now we shrink it and make it fit.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that one. Now we're going to end up using these a couple times as we go.
Yeah.
Huh? So now the about. Whoops. The about, I want to match up with those. And there is a way to put blank text in there. But I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll come back, okay?
Okay. And well, I'll let my dog get out of the room again.
That works. Okay, are you back?
Yeah, I sure am.
Sorry about that. I had to take care of something really quick. I do apologize.
Don't worry about it. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not going anyplace.
Okay, so now we've got this basic setup, right? So we're here on the About page. Now with the About, if you look up here at the stuff, the options you have, you don't have the option to add the dummy text, right?
The what?
The text that they've used for filler text.
Oh, yeah.
Dummy text is what I call it. So,
I know they used it when I first started school, and I never knew where they got it from or anything.
well, now some of the programs actually have it. Okay, now you'll notice though, this is above rather than equal. So we'll just move that down so it's equal. All right, so there's my About page. In fact, we're going to make it a little bit larger just for this purpose.
That worked.
I'm going to take that text color. And that's hard to see on that blue. So we'll stick with the black.
What, that dark lavender was good?
It's hard to see for a colorblind individual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
There we go. That's really clean. Now, granted, these two next to each other are not good on your eyes.
Right.
Okay. So now the gallery. What we're going to do with the gallery, we are going to add two types of galleries, but we're going to use the widget library.
Okay.
Now, this week, you're going to be learning about the accordion as well as tabbed.
Right.
All right, so the accordion, we're going to put the accordion one in here. All right. What we're going to say is photo 1. All right, now this could stay text, but we can also file, place, desktop. Let's grab the panda, put it right there. Now notice this went all the way out there, so we have to come out and bring it back in.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this, we'll put right there.
Hmm.
Go. And then this section, we just kind of keep going.
It kind of run away with you.
It did. All right, so there's the first one. Now the second one. You click on it. Photo 2. And notice it's also small.
Yes.
So we need to do the same thing for that section. Okay, and let's add a picture. Okay, so this will be, put my rulers here so that we could judge it. That's a little tall, so we're going to do, come on, stay. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. And now, almost there. Okay, and now the last one. Take that down to there the same way. Again, this is how you keep it the same size.
Right.
Now, file, place. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put this one in there.
Okay.
It was the early 90s, my grandparents, before they passed away.
Yeah, I got photographs like that on the couch and all.
It's the last time I got one of them.
I've got, I think that is a traditional type photograph.
It is.
Huh?
It is from prior to selfies. Okay, so next, the contact.
Right.
Okay. So with the contact, let's go ahead. And again, we're going to use forms, simple contact.
Right.
All right. Now we're going to make these so that they match. That was
That look good.
all right. All right, so now there's that. Now, how do we change this? Do you remember? The submit, so it goes to where we want it. Remember this arrow?
Yeah.
Click on it and right there. Stay on current page or go to a different page. Well, we're going to stay and leave it all as. All right, now that takes care of that. So here's what we have with our pages. So what we're going to do is come back down here. And each one of these, now we're going to make a button out of them.
Right.
Come up here, hyperlinks. Right, that's the home page.
Okay.
The about. Gallery. And contact.
That makes it easy.
It does. Now watch. Now we're going to preview site and browser. Roll over, click, selected page.
Yep.
Okay, and then if I submit, not going to happen. Failed because I'm not on a server, right? And then these are required.
Yeah.
Okay. Piece of cake, right?
Right.
Now, what we're going to do, now we're going to change this one. And instead, we're going to put up tab panels this time.
Right. One of the sites that I went to for my discussion
Mm-hmm.
is a good site. It's that Omega Watch. But their contact is in 3 separate places. Where
Hmm.
the first one you have to write in a box to write in what you're talking to them about.
Yeah.
And then you cannot go to the next page until you have that. That's required.
Hmm.
You can't go to the next. It's like I said, let's see, my notes. Yeah, the first page, the first one is question, and it says the subject of my request concerned. That's mandatory. If you don't put it there, then you can't go on to the second page for details. And the third page is confirmation.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I think the way I think about it, I honestly think that that's a way of being able to weed out ones that really don't have anything, you know.
Right. That makes sense.
That's the way I think it would be. But I thought that was interesting. It's kind of a way to keep them from getting type requests.
Does make sense.
Yeah, it does. I like that picture.
Thank you. It's out of proportion, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, kind of.
But for this, it's working. It'll work fine.
What were you doing there?
I was actually breathing it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
That's how I breathed it up at an angle. Starting down at the ground, I stood up.
Ah,
Okay, so now what this does, let's take a look.
okay.
Okay, again, we have our site. Now watch this.
That should have been on the gallery.
Ah, but this is what I put on the gallery,
Oh,
the other
okay.
one.
I see. Yeah.
So there's two types.
Right.
And you just pick which one you want to start with.
Yeah.
And here.
That's neat though.
So now you've seen, now the other thing I want to show, let's go ahead and we're going to use the About page here.
Okay.
Because right now it's pretty much blank. So we're going to just take this and delete it. All right, now we have our other widgets. Let's take a look. We've got forms, compositions, blank, featured news, a lightbox display. That's kind of like you'll just click on it and it shows up here.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of it's one I was having problems with because they're trying to get it in there right.
Okay, featured news. Now what will happen with that file? Your news stories.
Yeah.
Light box, the blank. So that's that, just blank. A light box is kind of a fancy blank page.
Right.
Presentation, boom, boom, boom. Tooltip, how to use your tools. And we'll go ahead and put that one over here.
Okay.
So watch when it's ran. Mouse over. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, it is.
The buttons we've already talked about. Menus.
We'll go back to the buttons again, please.
Okay.
Okay, which one?
State button's the normal one you'll be using.
Okay.
Because you're not using high depth.
Okay.
And then you'll go to states of it.
Right.
Roll over, mouse down. And then all you have to do is just select it and you change it here.
Okay. That works.
Let's see, our panels we've talked about, slideshows we've talked about. And you can do the basic, the blank, full screen, light box. And notice this is a fancier light box than above.
Uh-huh.
That's just, the light box above is just one to go through and an attention grabber.
Yeah.
Thumbnails, where you click on the thumbnail over here. And our social. Well, let's put a Facebook comment here. Okay. Bring it back over. There we go. Now, notice, sort by oldest and all that, this actually ties to your Facebook.
Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
So if I ran this, I type the comment, post it, also post it on Facebook.
Right.
These are the oldest to the newest comments. There's no comments.
Now, if you put something like that on Facebook, everybody was scratching their head trying to figure out what it was.
And there takes us to the plugins for Facebook, social plugins. These are all sorts of things. These are the codes for Facebook,
Okay.
right? These tell you the things to use. Okay, Google Maps, I showed you that one.
Mhm.
Google Plus, it's for a Google account.
Right.
Notice this is it right there. So you can put this like, whoops.
You put them down there at the bottom.
Oh, it's not letting me put it in the footer.
Hmm.
So you can put it right like up here at the header in the header.
Yeah.
And a lot of them you'll notice, you'll see like that, the LinkedIn one. Tells you which account to tie to. No count, there we go. PayPal, well, I don't use PayPal. Pinterest, I've got them, I just don't use them. Twitter, Twitter tweet, so you can follow on Twitter or tweet on Twitter. Vimeo,
You have, and I just tried to knock it off of my screen.
what?
A little tiny bug.
Where?
It's up right below 79% going towards the left hand. You see it right under, whoop.
I don't have a bug on my screen.
Well, there's one here and it's not on mine.
That's weird. Another thing from Zoom, I guess.
It's walking across. It come up from down on the purple and it's walking across. It says you are viewing Michael Brooks' screen and it's walking across right below. It's headed for help.
All right, that is really weird.
It's under help. It's going to Windows. It's weird. It's on view.
That's not me. I don't have it, or you wouldn't see it.
It's walking under object. That's, I mean, really. It honestly, look, now it's down on the file. It's headed back across the other way now. I tried to get it off my screen. It's not on my screen.
Okay, this one's unique.
And this is really weird.
Okay, so that's the stuff that you could put in there. There are
Right.
other widgets you could get to put in here.
Uh-huh.
And this is what we were talking about to begin with last week.
Yeah. I tried to get one, a free one,
Yeah.
and it said for me to get it, I had to give my email address and they would send me the link for it.
Oh, wow.
I never got the link for it.
Now, notice the HTML code's what they did.
Yeah.
Okay. These are widgets. They're not widgets for. There we go. Now we'll go to there. Overlay widgets. Image overlay effect. Background snippet. Image overlay. Let's see. Text hover. Watch what that does.
Yeah, I see that.
Which we can make that in Photoshop, right?
Yeah.
Overlay hover effect. Again. Title. Parallel titles. Image plus hover. Let's see. Menu concept. So it's a menu button like this instead. And this is Key. Free Muse widgets. Instant zoom. Shopify. Shopify cart to buy button widgets.
Okay, that
Mouse over, huh?
okay. This is really weird.
Is that bug still going across the screen?
The bug is walking behind. No, it's there. It's walking on the purple now. It's a little bitty bug, but it looks like it's walking behind your screen. I don't know.
Is it still there?
Yes,
It's on your screen.
it's not on my screen.
No, it's actually on the, it's part of your screen for some reason.
No, because I can't wipe it off.
No, not a real bug. It's a computer program bug.
No, this is a real bug.
What?
This is a real bug. I mean, it's walking all over the screen.
Share your screen. Let's see if you can't get to it. This is unique. Go ahead and share your screen. Let's see if I see it.
Okay. All right, can you see it now? See my arrow, my cursor?
Yeah, I don't see it.
You don't see it, but it's right there.
Is it moving?
Yes.
Close your, do you have your Facebook open?
My what?
Do you have Facebook open?
No.
Close your browser. Totally shut it down.
Okay. Well, if I do, you won't.
Oh no, it won't cut off the class.
Okay.
At least not that I know of. It shouldn't. So close tabs. If it does, I'll be waiting for you.
Okay. Close tabs.
Now, quit Firefox. Firefox quit.
Okay, it's still on my screen.
Okay, go Firefox quit.
Okay.
It's still on your screen?
Yeah.
And it's not one you could touch?
No, and my screen has got green around it from yours. You see
Well,
my cursor?
yeah.
It's right there. My cursor's following that
I
bug.
think you have an actual bug in your computer.
Right.
inside the screen.
Apparently. I mean, it's so minute, but it's walking all over.
I think you need to contact the help desk with this one. This is new.
I mean,
Do you have an Apple Center close to you?
no.
No? Yeah, contact the help desk. And you know, they won't even be able to see it by tying in. But yeah, contact them and say you have an actual real bug inside your screen.
I mean, it's funny.
It is. It's unique. I don't know what to say.
Here's the thing about it. You know how you have Zoom and Meet and all of them?
Yeah.
The bug walks behind them.
I think it's an actual live screen bug that you've got in your computer.
It is a live one. But it was weird because it was walking behind where it says meeting, edit, window, and help. It was walking behind those letters.
I have never seen that.
I haven't either, but he's back. He's gone.
Okay.
He finally went off the side. I cannot believe that.
I don't know what to say. That is a unique one. Okay, I'm taking the screen back. All right.
Okay, let's go back.
Now that we've been interrupted by a real bug inside your screen.
But it's so funny because I was sitting there trying to wipe it off and okay, it's showing your screen. So I thought maybe it was on yours, just like your battery. When I look at it, I think it's mine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what to say. Anyway.
I don't either.
Okay, so as you can see here, you can click and share information on share this page with people on LinkedIn. Then you have your Google Plus, and you have your Facebook ones as we were talking about. Okay, let me bring this back up. All right, now, Text Magic, Facebook share. That way, header page, buttony, disable. Let's see. Let's grab Shopify. Preview it.
Back.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's walking behind your letters.
Shopify lets you actually.
And let me see if I can take a screenshot of it.
Yeah, do that.
And maybe it's got to get it out of the gray again.
Okay, but you can see what this one does. It lets you actually shop.
Huh. Yeah. If I walked off the side, as soon as I can get a screenshot, I'm going to.
Preview. This one lets you actually make different shapes.
Oh, wow.
And you could directly make these shapes in Muse by using this widget. Gidget was in the 60s. A girl named Gidget.
You got the in and out transition too.
Uh-huh. Here's some that Adobe made. An e-commerce one. Create a quick and easy online shop. So you can make a shop with this one. For shopping.
Yeah.
Google Analytics, tablet nav. So this way it gives you different navigational bar ideas for your tablet. Look at this bar. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I noticed that.
Videos as a background, before, after image slider. That one's kind of pretty cool.
You got photo field too.
Uh-huh. Mega menu. Look at all those menus.
Yeah. Okay.
Desktop preview, the mock-up. You have a mock-up kit that you can use.
That's neat.
We have a preloader. That way, if it's coming up slow, this goes in. Navigational bars. Look at that. That takes them to a different level even.
Yeah, really.
Prototypes. A countdown counter. A fact box. Very similar to the other one that we showed earlier.
Yeah,
Genius Gallery. Oh, that one's nice.
I like that.
Mobile light. Social media icon library. So you just go grab it and put it in there. Square box slider so that you can slide within the box.
That's neat.
Wireframes. Make your own wireframes.
That was the site I went on when you flip. That was the site I went on that I was supposed to get that. Never got the link.
Ugh. Well, here's widget packs. Browser info, displaying browser width and active. MoveCal for inserting external JavaScript files. So there's all sorts of stuff here. There's portfolio templates. Look at that portfolio.
Yeah.
Well, with what we just learned, wouldn't it be easier to make your own?
Yes.
And look at this one.
And it'd be more to what you want.
Scroll progress, age confirmation. So people could confirm their age to you if you're doing like a site where you're selling stuff.
Yeah.
Pie charts. Morphing sidebar. Let's take a look at what it looks like. That would be this.
Oh, that's neat.
So as you can see, there's all sorts of ideas and different widgets you could get.
Right.
Transitions, transactions, button transactions. By the way, this to me is a good one, but that's not talking from the school. If you decide to host, put up a website.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's personal opinion. That's not the school's. Animation widgets.
I'm going to see, hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can get a,
It's not free though.
okay, hang on. I just took a screenshot of that bug.
Did it show up on the screenshot?
I don't know. I haven't checked yet. He's out wandering around again. Let's see if I can. I think it is hilarious too. This is the page I think one of the pages I was on when I was trying to look for one. And I think it's the one, it was free, but it told me that to give it my email address so it can send me the link, and it never did.
Let's grab one. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
And there it goes. There it is.
Yep.
So I'm not sure. But as you can see, there's all sorts of them out there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we've made the buttons. We've made really cool buttons. I've showed you how to do them and how to bring them over. What not to do for the buttons.
Right.
We've gone through all the widgets now that are in here.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, this week, some of the panels, you're going to have to do one or the other.
Right.
Menus, you did last week. Forms, you need to do one of those. And it's going to be the most needed for what your project is, which is the school. And buttons. Okay, so yeah.
Okay. I have an idea that I wanted to show you to see if it can be used as part of it or not.
Okay, go ahead. Let me see.
Okay. There's that bug again up by record. It's up there recording now.
Hey, did it come across on your screenshot?
I don't know yet. It's all over though. Not this one. No, not this one. Nope, that's not it. Hang on. It was in Muse. I was working on it and I thought it would be neat. Maybe as part of it. Open recent. I can't find it there. Over there is that puzzle too.
Yeah, I see that. That'd be kind of cool to do what you want.
That's what I was thinking. Now it's coming up. This, move please. This right here is a tablet with that picture on it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And I thought about putting like, you know, the different courses you can get. But I thought about, you know, go to school and the whole world opens up to you.
Yeah. Well,
And
the
I got,
problem is if you're putting in text within those stars, to be honest with you, when you start putting text within the stars, the text is going to detract from the scenery.
right. Well, those stars I can take back out. I put them in.
Okay.
But I thought it was a neat idea.
Excuse me. Yes, it is.
I haven't quite figured out, you know, the caption would be the, you know, take a graphic design course and the whole world will open up,
That's kind of cool.
you know.
Yeah. Try it. See what happens, how it looks.
Okay. But I'm going to take the stars back out.
Okay.
But I thought it was kind of neat
I do like that idea.
because when this is from the first time I did this class,
Ah, okay.
and she didn't like it.
She probably didn't like the stars that were added because they took away from the correct
The
picture.
stars wasn't there.
She didn't like the idea of this pad, huh?
She didn't like the idea.
That I don't understand why.
I don't either. I thought it was fantastic because
It is a good idea.
these stars right here,
Yeah, I would take those out.
yeah, that's not a problem. See?
Hit your delete key.
Huh?
Hit your delete key. Once you select it, hit delete. See if that works.
Hit.
Select it. Yeah, select it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I have IU there.
That's hard to read.
Right. That's what I was thinking. But I wanted to try to put it in there somehow to where, unless I did it, I wanted to keep it in their colors.
Yeah,
But,
you want to keep that, but that is hard to read.
right.
That could be your problem with that.
Well, I didn't have it. You know, I
Oh.
had it up full page. She said no. But anyway, I like the idea, but I have to figure out how I can bring that out. Unless I did it in white. I do like that. Did I lose you?
It's a good idea. It's a good concept. Now to make it strong.
Right. But it just, I lucked up on it. I don't know where I got it from, but the fact that it was a tablet made it even that much better. Because, I know. Anyway, no, that's not what I want. Libraries. There's my puzzle.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see you do that in Photoshop as a button.
Right.
That'd be really cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Yep. That would really be cool as a button.
But could I can't do that with this class, so can I?
for the independent university site, because this is not one you're going to be putting in your portfolio,
Right. Okay.
I'm going to allow you to play with that idea in this, okay?
Uh-huh.
To see if you can do it. How's that?
All right.
If you want to do it, go ahead and play with the idea, see what happens.
Okay. Because I think it's neat, and I think it'd, you know, be unique. I can, put it up there and see how it shows up. But you know
Yeah.
what?
Hmm.
If I put the school here in the center, the name, and then have home, degree, classes, and contact.
That could be interesting. See how it works. Go
Okay.
for it.
All right. I will. But I wanted to get your opinion first because I thought it was a neat idea. You know. Okay. I'm looking for my. There's my bug again.
Let's take a look at your picture. See if it shows up.
All right. All right. Where'd you go? Come on. Okay. Come on. Open up. Just doesn't show up on there.
You've actually got a real bug inside your monitor.
I do.
I've never seen that.
Believe me, I haven't either.
Well, I used to do computer maintenance and never saw it for 10 years.
Well, leave it to me to have something odd. But no, it's not there right now. It's wandering around someplace. But you see down here in the corner where I got rid of my date on my Mount Timpanogos.
Yeah.
I thought that was neat. Okay, you can have it back.
Okay.
I wish I could get a good picture of that bug.
You may have to actually take it with your phone or something.
Yeah, I'll see if I can come up, find it. That camera.
Okay, so now you can see how to do these, right? Now, I'm going to add some. Let's add right there. This is under my gallery, so this will be photos. Videos. And if I spell it right, okay. Now, watch what happens to these buttons. Nothing, because now there's no way to go to those. So how would I add something to go to those? And this is where you turn it on and off. So we would, the master's up. Let's see, that's the one that goes to the gallery.
Have like a for your gallery have like you did on the other with the when it come up. Yeah. Like you did last night with the photos and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, now this is the way to see those. So
But
with this type of thing, this is hard to do, okay? If you were shrinking the screen, you could turn them on and off so they weren't visible.
Yeah.
But here, that's not a possibility. So what you'd have to do is basically take these and put them like here.
Well, let me ask you this. If you're in the gallery,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if you're in the gallery, why can't you put them there where you can, they wouldn't be on your main page, it would be on your gallery page.
That's exactly what we need to do. That's what I was showing. Okay, so here, well now, where would I put them? I can't put them down below. So I could put them like right here.
What about right up at the top?
I get, whoops. I could put them up here also.
That's what I was thinking.
So now, there's that. Here's the photos. Contact. Now let's go back. Notice I didn't put it on both pages yet. But yeah,
Right.
that's how you would do that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you take care of that. So basically, we built a website. The only thing I didn't go over was the shrinking of it, and I'll do that next week. And how to turn things on and off, because I wanted you to get used to this portion first.
That's
So
cool.
we're not really going through. We're going through the class, but I've changed a few things since it's one-on-one to make it easier for you.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
And doing this like this, I can understand it a lot better.
Okay. And that's my goal for you.
I appreciate that so much.
All right. So the question is, do you have any more questions?
No, I just wish I could get a picture of that bug so you could see it. Well, I did bring in some comedy looking for a damn bug.
You did.
Excuse my language, but that was funny.
That's fine. All right, then. Let me know what they say about that.
Okay.
You have a nice evening, and that's going to end class for tonight then.
Well, you have a nice